Hello everyone and welcome to the channel. I'm Emmanuel, I'm an airline pilot, and welcome to another flight featuring the Hughes by Horizon livery for the Lufthansa Airbus A319. We are standing in Düsseldorf at the moment. It is rather late at night and the airport is going to close in just 23 minutes. So our challenge right now is to get the aircraft out and get over to Frankfurt before the airport is going to close. This is a typical challenge that you are going to face in your pilot's life time and time again, because, well, airlines do love to plan that way. They squeeze every single cent out of the aircraft that they can. So let's go ahead and get to work. You can see the current time is 19:37. At 2000 we should be out of the airport over here. Alright, but let's start right at the very beginning, and we're going to start off block in 13 minutes. So we're going to start with the basics here, and that is our fuel planning. So, just to make sure that we have the latest flight plan on board, Lufthansa 087, 1950 is our planned off-block time, and flight level 170 with 3,700 kilos of fuel on board. So that looks about good, and that's exactly what we're gonna take. The weather in Frankfurt is quite okay. Not a lot to complain about, actually. If we have a look at the ATIS right now, it's showing CAVOC and variable winds, so very easy going indeed. Okay, so 3,700 kilos of fuel are going to be loaded in this one. They can start the boarding right now, so that things are going to go quick. And with all of that now done, I'd say let's go ahead and start working on our flight. We're going to start down here importing what we have in our ACARS, please. So, data requests, and for the received messages, so much stuff here. No delay, that's from the previous inbound sector still. Arrival message is looking good as well. Load sheet over load sheet over load sheet. Gonna ignore all of that. I hope Fenix is gonna do something about that. So, that's the latest one. Edition number 3, Düsseldorf Frankfurt, Alpha India Lima Yankee, which is the one we are currently sitting in. Zero fuel, 52.4. And what do we have? 97 guests only. That's excellent. Still full portable water and 3,700 kilos of fuel. Okay, accept that, initialize the flight, and then we can start with our flight deck preparation. It is a turnaround, so things are gonna be a little bit quicker than they normally would under our, let's call it, standard full procedure that you see us do on the channel most of the time here. Okay, so everything down here is checked already, then let's go straight into it. Lufthansa 087, choosing in flight level, with cost index 30 in flight level 170. Okay, departing towards Kola, 23 left, and that's gonna be the Kola 5 Tango departure. And the arrival is for, let's plan 25 left at the moment, and we are arriving from... No, not you, but you. Arriving via Rohlis, so it's gonna be the Rohlis for Alpha arrival. That sounds just about right. So, Rohlis for Alpha via Delta Fox 626, insert. Our engine out procedure is fairly easy. It's on the Düsseldorf VOR radial 232 until 6 nautical miles, and thereafter a right-hand turn to Lima NDB, which is that one here, and the holding at 232. Inbound right-hand turns is correct. Okay, thereafter, if we have to make an immediate re-landing, it's going to be Düsseldorf for an ILS approach onto runway 23 left. Let's also back that one up visually. Düsseldorf, 6 miles, and then we can insert Lima over here as well, like that. Okay, we don't really need enough aids, nonetheless, just for the sake of completeness, let's tune Düsseldorf and Nürnberg, which are the first two ones for the conventional backup for this procedure. So, Düsseldorf 23 left, going into here, and then we can already start with our load sheet information. So, zero fuel, 52.4. with a center of gravity at 30.4. Fuel 3.7, and I am going to change the fuel figures manually because the predictions are just not very good. 0.8 for the alternate, and the rest should be fine. Okay, so 0.8. Wind data request. And then let's go for our takeoff calculation. So, Düsseldorf, 23 left, dry. We'll synchronize the weights. And we'll take intersection Lima 3. Flaps 1, 68 degrees, 28, 28, 33. So, flaps 1, 68 degrees, 128, 128, and 133. 1500, 1500, sorry, 1000, 1000, 1500, that way around. And the takeoff shift is going to be 500 meters from that intersection. Okay. Then let's go ahead and grab our charts in order to cross-check our departure routing. We can get rid of the arrival and instead we take the departure. Conventional will be straight ahead 4.5 Düsseldorf, left heading 173 till 21.5 Nürnberg, then a left-hand turn. That is okay, that's known. Let's find the ANAF version of the chart now, which we have down here. So, initial climb clearance, 5,000 feet. Set. And then for the routing, Cola 5 Tango, 600 feet, Delta Lima 239er, 241, 244, Litme above level 150, and Cola. And if we check all of those, we have 600 feet, Delta Lima 239, 241, 244, Litme above 150, and Cola. And that's it. Alright, that's about as easy as it gets for a clearance like that. So, refueling is also completed. Wonderful. So all that good stuff is out of the way. So, I suppose we can start with our briefing, please. And maybe just deselect the landing system up here. Okay, it's your turn, First Officer. So, Düsseldorf 23 left, Lima 3, Cola 5 Tango, climbing 5,000 feet, MSA 2,400, and extra fuel is 0. Yep, that's all confirmed. We don't have any hotspots for the taxi, stop margin for ejected takeoff, some 200 or 300 meters. Engine outsits, straight ahead, 6 miles, outbound Düsseldorf VOR, and then a right-hand turn to Lima NDV, climbing 3,000. We can come back immediately, we are below the maximum landing weight, and I have entered the ILS approach 23 left in the secondary flight plan. There's no specials on non-standards over here. Do you have any threats? Well, not really. Okay, briefing complete. Then cockpit preparation checklist. Gear pins and covers removed. Fuel quantity 3,860 kilos. Balanced. Seatbelts on. ADRs. Nav, baro ref, QNH 10. Actually, 1016 now. See, that's the reason we do those checklists. Okay, QNH 1016, cockpit preparation checklist completed. Alright, this aircraft is not fitted with a DCDU, so we are going to go and ask for our IFR clearance the old-fashioned way. Let's just check what our ATIS is. Information India. Düsseldorf Tower, hello, Lufthansa 087, Information India, request clearance to Frankfurt.
Lufthansa 087, Düsseldorf Tower, schönen Abend, hello again, wind is correction, Information India is correct, you're cleared to Frankfurt. Cola 5 Tango departure out of runway 23 left, flight plan route, climb altitude 5,000 feet, squawk 1000.
Lufthansa 087, clear to Frankfurt via the Cola 5 Tango departure, runway 23 left, flight plan route, climb 5,000 feet, squawk 1000.
Lufthansa 087, read back correct.
Okay, so Cola 5 Tango is confirmed, 23 left, flight plan route, climb 5,000, squawk 1000. That is looking perfect. So, they are closing the doors right now. Let's go ahead and request our departure. Alright, boarding has to be completed. Let's say hello to our guests. Liebe Fluggäste, einen wunderschönen guten Abend aus dem Cockpit. Hier spricht Ihr Kapitän. Mein Name ist Emanuel. Im Namen der deutschen Lufthansa darf ich Sie herzlich an Bord von Flug 087 nach Frankfurt begrüßen. Die Flugzeit heute circa 30 Minuten in einer Reiseflughöhe von 17.000 Fuß. Wir bedanken uns herzlich, dass Sie unsere Gäste sind. Lehnen Sie sich zurück und genießen Sie den Flug mit uns. Ladies and gentlemen, a very good evening from the flight deck. This is your captain speaking. My name is Emanuel, and in the name of Lufthansa, I would like to welcome you on board our flight to Frankfurt. Flight time about 30 minutes at a cruising altitude of 17,000 feet. We would like to thank you very much for being our guests today. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the flight with us. And if there is anything we can do for you to make it more comfortable, please do not hesitate to ask any of our charming flight attendants. Alright. So, the clearance is entered. We can go ahead and remove all of this. The doors are all closed. Company message. That's probably going to be the load sheet. It is. It's in compliance with edition number 3. Zero fuel weight 52.1 versus 52.4. And the CG 30.4, we have that. 3.7 makes 55.6, and we have 55.6. 97 passengers plus 1 infant. Okay, accept that load sheet. And what was our trim again? Up 0.3. Alright, wonderful. So we should be good to go any moment. Let's go ahead and request our pushback clearance. Lufthansa 087, Alpha 15, request pushback and startup.
Lufthansa 087, stand by for pushback.
Okay, stand by. Well, now it's not on us anymore. Let's just see where the other aircraft is. But just tell me it's not him, because that would mean significant delay now. Lufthansa 087, we are able to push into the corner if it helps you.
Roger, in this case, push approved is requested, Lufthansa 087.
Push approved, we'll take it into the corner, Lufthansa 087. Okay, perfect. So, continue push, and that is going to be on the apron. And then we might have to continue manually for a bit, we'll see about that. Ground from flight deck? Go ahead. So, please confirm doors and hatches closed, gyro equipment removed, and bypass pin is installed. That's all confirmed. Roger, you're clear to push as far back as possible onto the apron. Roger, start in the pushback. Before start checklist. Park and brake, released, takeoff speeds and thrust. V1 128, VR 128, V2 133, flex 68. Windows. Closed, and the beacon on before start checklist complete. Okay, perfect. So ground, let us know as soon as we can start the engines. And in the meantime, quick look out at the company aircraft over there. Yeah, perfectly clear of one another. Very nice. Okay, ground flight, we're ready to start engines. Sequence 2 then 1, starting engine 2. Let's turn on a couple of the panel backlights. Personally, I'm really a big fan of them. Okay, push complete, set brakes. Brake set. Sometimes you can really help ATC by telling them that you're able for, you know, the unconventional pushbacks. Okay, starting engine 1. Small trick there if you're under time pressure. Think airport closure. You can start the second engine as soon as the start valve is actually closed down here, before the avail text comes up on the ECAM. That usually helps to make things, you know, a little bit quicker. So the ground equipment is disconnecting. As we're waiting for the engine start, a quick look at the ATIS again. Sometimes they have non-standard departure frequencies here, which are broadcast on the ATIS. Yeah, Honeycomb they say, 228. Well, that's too bad. Okay, 2 good starts. So, hand signal is seen after start checklist. Anti-ice, off, ecam status, checked, pitch trim, 30%, rudder trim, neutral, after start checklist complete. Lufthansa 087, request taxi, able Lima 3.
Lufthansa 087, Roger, taxi to port, runway 23 left, via Papa 2, Mike, Lima 3.
Taxi hold on 23 left via Papa 2, Mike, Lima 3, Lufthansa 087. Okay, brake released, we go off to the right hand side. Brake check. Pressure 0. Okay, clear on the left hand side and clear on the right hand side. So Papa 2 is on the left? No. Here on the left. That's gotta be it. Okay, clear left and clear right. Flight control check. Full up. Full down. Neutral. Full left. Full right. Neutral. Rudder. Full left. Full right. Neutral.
Tango November, taxi to link point, runway 23 left, via Papa 3, Mike, Lima 2.
So, beautiful. No changes to the takeoff briefing.
Papa 3, Mike, Lima 2, Lufthansa 2 Tango November. Lufthansa 087, wind calm, runway 23 left, cleared for takeoff, tschüss.
Lufthansa 087, runway 23 left, clear for takeoff, tschüss. Okay, well that was early, but I'm never gonna say no to a takeoff clearance. Cabin isn't ready yet though, but I'm fairly sure they are going to be in a few moments, so... Let's just do all the items already, then at least we know that they are done. Okay, taxi checklist, flight controls, checked, flap setting, conf 1 plus F,
Düsseldorf,
radar and predictive wind shear, on and auto, engine start selector, norm, standing by for the ecam memo.
Tower low, number 1 departure ahead.
1 departure ahead, 1 pound to 3.
Okay, the gentleman is 8 miles inbound, we should easily be able to do that if the cabin is ready on time. So let's start slowing down a little, give the cabin a bit more time. Lima 3 is our intersection over here, that was approved earlier already. Come on cabin, you can do it. I'm not going to do the lineup until the cabin is actually ready because of the traffic on final. So let's just take it really slow around the corner here. Come on, you can do it. Lufthansa 087, we are holding short of the runway, our cabin is not yet ready.
Roger, different estimate when it's ready.
Unfortunately not. Hopefully any second, but we'll call you.
Roger.
Note that he did not cancel our takeoff clearance, so...
Magic Sun 123, reduce to final approach speed.
Yeah, he's doing that anyway.
Magic Sun 123, final approach speed.
Too bad. I really hoped this would have worked, but now it's down to the cabin. If they're not ready, we can't go.
Lufthansa 087, cancel takeoff clearance and line up behind short departing Boeing 737 and trim final 23 left.
Lufthansa 087, departure clearance is cancelled. Behind the landing aircraft, line up runway 23 left behind. Ha! And now they're ready.
Magic Sun 123, wind calm, runway 23 left, clear to land.
Yeah, no comment on that. That was about as bad of a timing as it gets. I have a feeling Phoenix included some AI in the aircraft that actually that monitors these kind of things, and when you don't have your clearance, or rather when you do have the clearance, they are not ready, and by the time you get the clearance, then they just about trigger the ready call. Okay, in any case, complete the taxi checklist. Econ memo, takeoff no blue, taxi checklist complete. Lufthansa 087 ready any moment now.
Roger.
Okay, so in 1 minute the airport closes. That other guy's not gonna get out, that is for sure. We can already tune Honeycomb, which is our departure frequency. And here comes the arriving aircraft. So, TCAS, cabin crew, prepare for departure. Well, actually, the takeoff clearance is cancelled, so let's turn those lights off again. Lineup checklist, takeoff runway, 23 left, Lima 3. TCAS, TARA, PAX 1 and 2, off, lineup checklist complete. Okay. Approach area is clear.
Lufthansa 2 Tango November, line up runway 23 left.
Lining up 23 left, Lufthansa 2 Tango November.
I wonder if they're allowed to do that, line someone up when you got a departure from Lima 3. Normally they need, I believe, 700 meters between aircraft to line them up on the same runway as you have a departure. Okay, please vacate that runway. Please vacate it. What's he doing on the runway so long? He's not in a hurry, that's for sure.
Magic Sun 23 vacating via Lima 6 or Lima 7.
Magic Sun 123 vacate via Lima 7.
Lima 7, Magic Sun 23.
Of course, this is information that the tower should normally give long before the aircraft actually has to ask. In the real world, they normally tell you which exit to vacate on.
Lufthansa 087, wind calm, runway 23
after
left,
the
clear to
curfew.
takeoff, schönen Flug, tschüss.
23 left, clear takeoff, Lufthansa 087, sure. I don't care now, we are going to get that
Magic Sun
fine.
123, taxi to parking position, Victor 70 via Lima 7.
Lima 7 to Victor 7, Magic Sun 23.
Man flag 68, SAS runway, auto thrust blue. Thrust set. .100 knots. Check. V1, rotate. Positive climb. Gear up. Nav. Checked.
Stay against the gate for Magic Sun 123.
Magic Sun 123 in parking position, Victor 70, stand Victor 70.
Beautiful look outside at the city of Düsseldorf down here.
Lufthansa 2 Tango November, Wind calm, Runway 2 left, clear for takeoff.
First time climb, auto thrust.
Vielen Dank, schönen Abend noch.
Gerne, gleichfalls.
I tell you something, I will see if we can get some ATC on the next frequency already. Maybe he's gonna do expanded service here. Right, flap 0, speed checked. Flaps 0. Langradar, schönen guten Abend, Lufthansa 087, 2700, climbing 5000, slightly outside your airspace, out of Düsseldorf, bound for Frankfurt.
Lufthansa 087 identified, however, ihr macht gleich alles zu, also Honeycomb on to date.
Schade, ich hatte echt gehofft, es wird noch klappen für ein Video, aber dann 1228, Lufthansa 087.
Ja, Frankfurt tritt leider die Flucht an und dann muss das Ende auch gehen.
Ja, schade. So it's gonna be a flight on Honeycomb. Too bad. Set standard. Standard cross check. Passing flight level 56. Now. Okay, flight level 170 blue. Well, and the good news, of course, if we are doing this on Honeycomb anyway, then we can also go ahead and give ourselves all those shortcuts that the real aircraft constantly get. So, I'd say for now, we take it direct to Etahu, which is normally something that you can expect on a flight like this. Okay, looks like we're above those clouds already, so MTIs can stay off. Very hard to tell. It looks like we're about to enter the clouds, but since we can't see the stars, I'm kinda tempted to say we don't. In any case, selected speed, we'll just go over this. Well, now we are over this, okay. Or not? Huh, interesting. Okay, I don't care. Autopilot on. Engine anti-ice on. I just don't care. And at that moment we get out of it. Okay. No further comment, huh? Alright, release our passengers, please. Clear and copy. So, Frankfurt 25 left is in here, all the rest is set. So, Etahu flight level 100 is correct, so we're looking at about a 45-mile cruise. Okay, well, that's the kind of flying I like. At least it is surely not gonna get boring in here. Okay, engine anti-ice off. It's off. Wonderful. Speed, vertical speed plus 3000. Well, it was runway 25 in Frankfurt, that much is for sure. Arrival latest. Mike. Vertical speed 2000. So, Yankee 25 right or ILS 25 left. 310 at 6, Carvok 8 degrees 1015. That's now set. And vertical speed 1000. 1000 to go. So So, for a little cross-check here, Etaru level 100, and then via 403 into the downwind. I have flown to Frankfurt a couple of times, so tend to say I'm fairly familiar with it, so if we are just going over the arrival a little bit quicker here, don't be surprised. So, we need this one, and then we also need this one. So, via 403 into the downwind, which ends at 416. And this is exactly what we have in here. Surprise, surprise, surprise. Wonder how that could happen. I'll start. Okay, onto the ILS for 25 left, starting out at 626 inbound until 620, 4000, which is where the approach starts. And that is, surprise, exactly what we have in here. I wonder how that could have happened. So, mach al cruise. Okay, the approach starts in 620, 4000, 3-degree glide slope at 4.1, 1660. Missed approach via 290, inbound 685 or 5000, whichever is later, then turn left to Charlie, climbing 5000. And that is exactly what we have. Beautiful. So we can put Charlie into here, not that we'd really need it. And that's that part. So what was our descent speed? 293, that's good. Okay, QNH 1015, 8 degrees. It is getting cold, huh? 310 at 7. Beautiful. Yeah, another config 3 landing. The minimum is 570 on that runway, and in case of go around 4,300 feet for our engine out acceleration. 17 minutes extra, looking very good. Copy the active, and this one is going to become the ILS Yankee approach runway 25 right. Via Delta Fox 426. And the minimum is 560, the rest is unchanged. Very good. Okay. Auto brakes low and flaps 3. Perfect. Well, and that's just about it. TCAS below helps with any other arriving aircraft, and then we can go for the approach briefing, please. A little bit bright here. That's nicer. Okay, MSA 4300. Roll is for Alpha arrival for an ILS approach 25 left or an ILS Yankee approach 25 right. On the left one the minimum is 570, on the right one it's 560, and the go around on the left runway is straight ahead left hand turn, the go around on the right runway is straight ahead right hand turn. Both of them climb into 5000. Extra fuel 17 minutes. Okay, manual approach, raw data guided with manual thrust. Config 3 landing, stop margin 2000 meters, something about that. Idle reverse, auto brakes low, vacating, runway 25 left to the right, runway 25 right to the left. If we land on 25 left, we're going to cross runway 25 center on the taxi in, which is the only one thread that we have. Nothing special or non-standard. Well, Honeycomb is somewhat non-standard in Frankfurt. It can get busy at times, so I have a feeling that we might have to try and coordinate with other aircraft. We'll see about it. We'll just try and be as communicative as possible if we see any TCAS targets that are relevant to us. If there's no one on our TCAS we don't need to bother, then we would only be annoying to aircraft that we don't affect anyway. Any questions? No? Beautiful. Okay, quick PA then. Liebe Gäste aus dem Cockpit, hier Kapitän. Wir haben unsere Reiseflughöhe erreicht von 17.000 Fuß. Das sind umgerechnet ca. 5.200 Meter. Wir werden in Kürze auch schon wieder den Sinkflug in Richtung Frankfurt beginnen. Das Wetter aktuell sehr schön. Wenn auch langsam etwas herbstlich kalt. Die Temperatur 8 Grad bei klarem Himmel. Vielen Dank, dass Sie heute Lufthansa für Ihren Flug gewählt haben. Wir wünschen Ihnen einen schönen Aufenthalt und gegebenenfalls eine gute und sichere Weiterreise. Vielen Dank für Ihre Aufmerksamkeit. Ladies and gentlemen, very good evening again from the flight deck here, Captain. We are going to start our descent into Frankfurt shortly. Leave our cruising altitude of currently 17,000 feet or 5,200 meters. The weather in Frankfurt getting colder again towards the autumn, temperature 8 degrees and clear skies. We'd like to thank you for flying Lufthansa today, hope that you have enjoyed your stay on board, and we hope to see you all again soon. Thank you very much for your attention. Alright, we don't need that anymore, and if there is no ATC online anyway, let's go ahead and take a little shortcut there. Delta Foxtrot 411. Yep, that looks about right. Direct to insert. And let's see, how high do we want to be there? If we're here in 5,000, then we shouldn't have any problems. So /5,000. Here we go. Descent restriction, insert. And that should put us pretty close to the top of descent now anyway. And indeed it does. So, looks like the aircraft behind is coming in on one of these arrivals as well. It is 15 miles away, so I'm not suspecting any problems here. Okay. Well, in that case, let's go down flight level 110. Set. Speed descent alt, flight level 110 blue. And down we go. Now the big question is, how quick of an approach is this one going to be? Well, I figure if there is no traffic, it's going to be as quick as possible, but with the traffic numbers they have in Frankfurt these days, especially since the release of the Aerosoft scenery, I'm not 100% sure there. So we'll just be a little bit careful there. So, can we see it already? Well, that's probably Wiesbaden, and we've got Mainz, and then Frankfurt over here. The airport is probably that big black spot over there. That's my suspicion. The only good thing here is that since it's nighttime, any VFA traffic has to have a transponder, so we don't really have to bother too much with flying outside of Class Charlie airspace, and we can simply go about as straight in as we literally want to. Alright, seatbelts on, and let's just turn those lights down a bit. That's nicer, isn't it? Okay, so the traffic behind us is now about 10 miles away. I figure he's probably going pretty fast. Many Watson pilots just firewall those aircraft and bring it all the way up here to the red line. We are not gonna do that. We fly realistically. 290 is also a very good speed. Or 292, 293, whatever that is here.
Which runway are you aiming for?
So the first couple of aircraft start coordinating here. The problem for us right now is the radio range on Honeycomb is only 25 miles. They've limited that so that in really busy areas like the New York area, you don't get aircraft talking over one another all the time. The only problem with that is we can't hear anything that's going on in Frankfurt right now. There is no way for us to estimate how quick or not our arrival might be. Of course we could cheat and just use any of the online tools like a VAT Spy or VAT Glasses, but that would be cheating, wouldn't it? In any case, let's descend 7,000 at first, flight level 70. Okay, so quick check. We've got 25 miles, 30 miles, 42 miles. Throttle 120 means 36 miles plus another 9 to slow it down. So 45 miles to go. Yeah, I think our vertical profile is quite okay at the moment. That's a check that we are always doing, though mostly silently, just to ensure that our vertical path is actually correct. Sometimes VNAV goes bonkers, and other times it's still a computer, so shit in, shit out. So just keep monitoring it all the time. Do we want to go lights off? Nah, not really. I just don't like it. In the real world, the light coming out of the displays, the light from the outside, everything is scattering inside the cockpit. And that makes things visible really easily. Unfortunately, in the sim, that's not always the case. So, there's our airport. That's the lights of runway 18 over there. And we can also see some of the apron lights here. So, just to be sure, our TCAS is on and on below. That way we can see anything that's going on around us. Well, and in that case, descent altitude 5000 on the QNH 1015. (1015) cross check, passing 10,100 now. Approach checklist. Barrow ref, QNH 1015. Airplane, you can descend, please. Thrust idle, open descent. Okay, seatbelts. On, minimums, Barrow 570, auto brake, low, engine start selector, norm, approach checklist complete. So it looks like there isn't all that much traffic. Can't see anything on TCAS here except one guy on the approach and one departure. And if we're looking outside, yeah, we can see the gentleman on approach, but apart from that, nothing. Sometimes the look out of the window is just the easier option than trusting your instruments. In this case, nothing visible, so... Oh, there comes one. We're probably gonna be in right behind him then. Two other guys on the base over here right now. Well, that's gonna get close over here.
Traffic, 25, you know the localizer from 25 right, and we are 22 miles out.
But that is gonna be their problem. Okay, the MSA is 4,300, 5,000 keeps us safe over here. Nonetheless, due to all the hills, especially in the north here, I am going to turn the terrain display on. So, there's 1, 2, and that's gonna be number 3. That's those aircraft we had on our TCASs. But apart from that, nothing there. So let's see how they're gonna solve that situation. Probably not at all. I wouldn't be surprised if someone ends up going around in the end. So at this moment the tower is still online on 124855. Let's just dial that in again. Okay. Heading. Sequence flight plan. Delta Fox 620, radial in, insert full heading. Heading. Okay, we should be outside the area of the Feldberg now. Let's descend 4,000. Then we'll just go in straight on this heading, right and turn once we're past the aircraft. And that is our problems solved.
Traffic on Italia 32, Düsseldorf, Royce 188, Frankfurt, time at 35,000.
Fly slope alive. Speed vertical speed, activate approach phase. No need to fly fast into the wrong direction. Okay, the cabin is ready. 5 miles behind this gentleman here, and he seems to be on 25 right, by the looks of it. Then let's turn onto the base.
With full Victor Echoes established on the ILS for 25 Max.
So, heading 160.
1.5 miles.
Nobody else on the TCAS. Perfect. So overall, this looks like we are about as straight in as it gets. Alt star. So there's the other aircraft, number 1, 2 and 3. They do seem to have a good distance from one another in the end. How does TCAS call it? Yeah, those might be just about 2.5, but 2.5 is alright, as long as the preceding guy vacates quickly enough. We have a fair distance from that guy inbound here as well, so let's start our final turn. Heading 220, cleared ILS, 25 left. Anything behind us? Nope. That's perfect, then we don't have to make any calls. Let's make it heading 210 so that we don't cut inside the final approach fix here. Approach armed. Cat 3 dual, autopilot 1 and 2, glide slope and localizer blue. All runways in sight over there. Okay, heading 220 now. Glide slope's coming alive, flaps 1. Speed checked, flaps 1. Flying about 170 to 5, that looks pretty good. Lock star. And the glide slope should start coming in any moment now. Frankfurt traffic, Lufthansa 087 established, 12 miles final, 25 left. Glide slope star. Go around altitude 5,000 cents. Manual flight, fly director off. Bird on, set runway track, 246. Perfect. So just to make life a little bit easier for myself later on, let's already switch those lights and floodlight off. Perfect. So, just looking ahead a little bit, there is one aircraft at the holding point, maybe two of them. For traffic, Lufthansa 087. Are there any departures on 25 Center in the next 5 minutes? Flaps 2. Speed checked. Flaps 2. Gear down.
2,500.
Okay, one guy lining up. But apart from that, nobody. Okay. Frankfurt traffic, Lufthansa 087, visual swing over 25 Center. Currently 6 miles. Alright, let's turn the glide slope mode off here. That can be a bit annoying. The real aircraft copes with the visual perfectly, but unfortunately the simulated does not always. Alright, flaps 3. Speed check, flap 3. Landing checklist, ECAM memo, landing no blue, landing checklist complete. Ah, and now we get to contact me from the tower again.
Takeoff, no today.
With takeoff 657, Airbus for 100.
Frankfurt Tower, schönen Abend, Lufthansa 087, visual 25 Center.
Lufthansa 087, Frankfurt Tower, guten Abend. Reduce to minimum of 40 feet, there's one departure, right?
That's what we're doing anyway.
Swiss 4, Victor Echo, welcome to Frankfurt, taxi.
We're on a 4-mile final. There's really no problems with this gentleman now.
Left Mike 530, hold short of 25 center.
But once again, the aircraft just doesn't slow down. Look at that. 900 feet a minute, and I'm not using any tiny bit of airspeed here.
Near 155, it looks like you're... okay, yeah. Continue approach, I'll call you back. Frontal 087, wind 3136 knots, 25 center, clear to land.
Runway 25 center, clear to land, Lufthansa 087. So we're at a 2.5 mile final. You can see there was really no reason why we should have reduced to final approach speed at this point. At least in terms of the ATC instruction. Plenty of space here.
Vienna, 223 Lima, runway 18, climb to via 4,000 feet, squawk 1,000.
Yeah, plane 2 Bravo, via runway 18, cleared 223 Lima.
So you can see the visual is very easy to fly. Just keep the bird down here on the 3 degrees and the runway track aligned, and then you really can't do anything wrong.
Papa November 11, hold November 2500.
Checked.
Bay 15 Lima Whiskey, Honeycomb, bye-bye.
25, any transport 25 center. Unicom, Pushback 5 Lima Whiskey.
Continue.
November, base leg 25, any transport visual approach, 25 center.
5 November, yeah, that should be working. Continue visually runway 25 center.
30.
Visual runway 25 center.
Drive.
274, identified, Honeycomb, bye-bye.
Honeycomb, Frankfurt 274.
Okay, spoiler, reverse normal. Diesel.
Standby.
Oh, sorry,
70 knots. So that taxiway here is ours.
Clear to Porto. Via Stopper 9 November, expedite 5,000 feet. Squawk number 2022, runway 25 Charlie.
Portugal 210, read the correct. Report ready for push.
Portugal 210, I'm ready to push.
Portugal 210, pushback approved, face west.
Portugal 210, push approved, facing west.
Lufthansa 087, runway vacated.
Any preferred central from the 087?
Nope.
From the 087, roger, then taxi gate Alpha 161 November 8.
Alpha 161 November 8, Lufthansa 087, gute Nacht.
Nacht.
Okay, that's a right hand turn over here.
36 knots, 25 center, clear to land.
25 center, clear land.
Panzer 207, report arriving Airbus A321 on final 25 center inside.
Okay, so let's turn those lights on again.
Panzer 207, Frankfurt Tower.
Okay.
Yep. Report arriving Airbus A321 on final 25 center inside.
After landing checklist. Radar and predictive wind shear off after landing checklist complete. So November 8 is the next left over here. So Alpha 16. No follow me needed. After my Fraport.
November 11 Lima, hold shut off November 8.
Taxi via November 11, Lima, hold shut off November 8.
So APU avail, we started the timer when the runway was vacated already, so shutdown 2.
Portugal 210, I'm ready, taxi.
Portugal 210, taxi holding point runway 25 center via Lima, Lima 1.
Okay, so via November 8, that means we go all the way to the left and then follow the center line at the end, and Alpha 16 is back here in the corner.
Swiss 4 Victor Echo is holding short at 25 center.
Yep, there is rising traffic on the center runway. I call you back for cross. Standby. 025 Whiskey, taxi via November 11 in Lima.
Okay, so you guys can go.
November 11 Lima and hold November 8.
Those click spots are a bit of a mess here.
Positive 5 November, welcome to Frankfurt.
So we're cleared via the center line, and that's where we are taxiing on.
Swiss 4 Victor Echo, now you are cleared for crossing 25 center, thereafter turn right, Lima, hold short of November 11.
Cross 25 center.
Okay, this turn isn't that tight. I am gonna take it at a slightly higher speed here. And then off we go via November 8 and Alpha 16 somewhere in the corners over there.
Ready for taxi. 227 Roger, taxi via November 5 Lima, hold short of Lima 3. Taxi via November 5 Lima.
So it looks like we need thrust one more time here. Just accelerate back to 15 knots, and then we shouldn't need any more thrust.
Approach 25 center. Neo 1335, your call in with either 25 left and it's the stunt runway. It's not allowed to turn just by your own on 25 center. Please next time call me and then request. So sometimes I have traffic on the runway at this time, so I hope we can move everything out of your way. So continue approach for now, and I hope the best for you. In case of misapproach, climb on runway track 5000.
Neo 135, am I clear to land?
Negative, I told you already, there is no on the runway, I call you back.
Oh, lovely.
Please confirm, in case of misapproach, climb on runway track 5000.
Nope, that guy is not doing it.
207, wind 3130 6 knots, runway 25 center, clear for takeoff.
Near for takeoff. I sent the
The plane is really losing speed quickly here. I wonder if it has a little bit, I wonder if it has a little bit too much drag here on the taxi. Normally single engine taxi shouldn't be that much of a hassle.
25 Whiskey, taxi gate Delta 4 via
Okay, lights off.
Good night.
Small issue here with Frankfurt at night at the moment. As you can see, the lights really don't reflect onto the terminal very well. Those black areas here are a little bit, yeah, not what the real one would look like, for sure. But Yoke confirmed that he will work on that, so I'm not too worried about it at all.
Ready for pushback is started. Also to power with taxi out position, so when ready for taxi, please call me again. Startup approved. Startup approved.
Oh, come on. Don't stop here. Keep going.
Again, runway for departure and sit. To station at 1, first, Neo 1335. It looks like on my radar screen you're now proceeding to 25 left, confirm.
Oh, come on, airplane, keep rolling.
Easy 2 Whiskey checking in. Standby. Neo 1335.
That is not too far. Oh, sometimes GSX is just a bad joke.
You are now, it looks like on my radar screen that you continue now to 5 left or 25
okay.
left. What are you do?
So, APU bleed on, shutting down.
I think 25 left, yeah, 25 left.
And I tell you what, let's go silence. This is a bit too much of a mess. Cabin crew, all doors and park. Okay, engines running down. 20%. And the slides are disarmed. So, on the external power, and that shall be good enough. Okay, parking checklist please. Park and brake our trucks. That's the brake set. Engines off, wing light off, fuel pumps off. Parking checklist complete. So, just gotta wait for the deboarding to complete here, but that is already it for this part of the flight. So thank you very much, guys. I sure hope that you have enjoyed this one as much as I did. Now, something I didn't show you on the previous flight with the Horizon A319, well, the Horizon Fenix A319 is actually part of the cabin over here, which they have really painted pretty nicely and included that model of the dividers here for business class. I really do like that. I did recently fly on the business class of the Lufthansa A319 and it was a pretty nice experience, so very cool aircraft, very, very cool aircraft. Have to admit, I do like 1F the most. Strange though that it says row 2 at the front here. They definitely have a row 1F in Lufthansa. Because the view from here is just really nice, isn't it? I really do enjoy that view onto the engine and the leaning edge of the wing. Okay guys, I sure hope that you've enjoyed this one. Leave your feedback in the comments below, and as always, if you're up for more, be sure to hit that like, comment and subscribe, and if you really love what I'm doing on this channel, I would appreciate a small donation through the Buy Me Coffee link in the video description below. Thank you for watching, and I'm looking forward to see you all again on the next one.